Ladies, gentlemen, gentlemen, and ladies, girls and boys and girls, welcome back to our channel, Inspirational Minutes with David. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notifications, and let you know that our channel is on. Yeah, I do this. They say I do the same thing every week. Yeah, I do. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notifications, let you know our channel is on. The audacity of a memoir of a man who's been mentally asleep. Get the book, audio, hardcover, softcover, and Kindle. There's no excuses. Welcome back. Holiday, Allah, Holla, Holla, Holler, Holler, Days, DAZED, weekend. Hope you're not weakened by the weekend. Welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to Inspirational Minutes with David, the Optician. Oh my God, you know I have things to talk about. I always have things to talk about, don't I? Okay, let's go. Let's get up in this. Let's go. Did you see, hold up. Wait, did you see this dude the other day? Now, let's calm down. Let's just calm down just a little bit. Let's just calm down. Let's calm the cheers down. Hey, listen. You know what I'm about to say. He paused for 30 whole seconds. Let's have a drink on that. Time to get his ass about the office. Anyway. Okay, let's go. Not gonna hold too long with this news. But, I gotta have a little bit of... I don't want to know about get the news. What the focus? Okay, real talk. August the 30th. Got this at 12:21 Central Time. It's about Frank Thorpe, the 5th. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell appeared to freeze a gun! A gun! On the Wednesday, WINSDAY, win the freaking day. This time during a gaggle with reporters in Covington, Kentucky, stopping for more than 30 seconds. If he was asked if he was going to run, or asked if he would run for re-election, he froze at the news conference on Capitol Hill, going silent for 19 seconds before being escorted away from cameras. Now, he 81 years old, man, and I don't know if he... they trying to... This guy, you know who he is. They got another wave coming back. We're going to talk about that a little bit. They got another wave coming back. It's coming back strong. It's around election time. That's when they do goofy, foolish ass hit. So they have another wave coming back. Maybe this month, by the end of this month, mid this month, next month. Today is September the 1st, so a lot of laws have passed, especially where in the state that I live in, Texas, they passed almost 800 laws. You got to show ID with the police pull, you get a misdemeanor. You can't mandate masks no more. I know that. And you can't shut down businesses. So if they do that, what other plans do they have amongst the wave? Welcome back, my beautiful people. Inspirational Minutes with David. Thank you in advance. Today, our Inspirational Minutes with David today properly entitled, Who Shook? Who shook? Who shook the picture? See, speaking of Mitch McConnell, he was silent for 30 seconds, right? We don't know what happened. All we know that for over 30 seconds he was silent. The mind is a universe, and it can make a hell of a heaven, or a heaven of hell. Must I say that again? The mind is a universe, and it can make a heaven of hell, or a hell of a heaven. You know, I know this. I have lived this. I have experienced this before in my life. The mind is capable of great things, of creating worlds, of imagining the unimaginable. And yet it also is capable of great darkness, of creating nightmares, of imaging horrors beyond comprehension. Now, it's up to us to choose what we focus on, because where your focus flows, your energy, it goes. And how we allow our minds to create. We have the power to shape our own reality for better or for worse. Thank you, Gregory Corso, for that. You have to watch what you put into your mind, because I say this a lot. Everything that we focus on, it's not even real, right? A lot of things that you focus on is not even real. And a lot of things that are real, you're not even focused on. Mind is a very, very place of your world, because your mind is where you are a world. You know, I think about that. You know, I want to save people, and I want to get them on this critical thinking path that I'm on. Been on for some years now. Every day is an adventure as we drive down the road of critical thinking, as we drive down the road of being awakened. They putting a damper on the word woke. You know what they doing. It's time to elect presidents and all this. So yeah, it's a lot going on right now. Be cognizant, be conscious. You cannot save everyone. You can be present with them, right? Or you can offer your groundedness, your sanity, your peace. You can even share your path with them. Offer your perspective. But you cannot take away their pain. You cannot walk their path for them. You cannot walk their journey for them. You cannot give answers that are right for them, or even answers they can digest right now. They will have to find their own answers. Only thing you can do, the only thing that you can do is plant the seed. Plant the seed. Hope that it will grow. Feeder inside the mind and grow. Because if it's out of your hands, it deserves to be out of your mind too. Okay? If it's out of your hands, it deserves freedom from your mind as well. Everything essential that surrounds us is based on lies and deception. You only get into the right and necessary awareness of a new time if you accept this fact. The path isn't a straight line, people. The path is not just just straight line. It's a spiral. You continually come back to things you thought that you understood understood, overstood, and see deeper truths. That's by Barry Gillespie. And this quote by him is a reminder that learning and growth are not a linear process. The word path, P-A-T-H, it means a way or course of action. The word straight line means a line that goes from one point to another without curving, all right? Without curving. The word spiral means a curve. A curve that winds around a central point, getting smaller and smaller and smaller as it goes. The word continually means happening repeatedly or regularly. The word deeper means more profound or more meaningful. And the word truths, T-R-U-T-H-S, means facts or principles that are known to be true. You see, this quote, it suggests that our journey of learning and growth is not a simple one. It's complicated. Yes, it's complicated. We do not simply move from point A or to point B. Instead, we go back and forth, revisiting things that we thought that we understood, understood even. And then guess what, people? We begin to see them in a new light. I know what you're saying. Yes, this can be frustrating sometimes. It can be. But it's also essential. It's also requisite for our growth. When we revisit something that we thought we understood, we may see new patterns or connections that we have not seen before. You'll read a book and you read it the first time, you go back and read it the second time, you see things like, whoa. Or have you watched a movie? Like I remember years ago when I watched The Usual Suspects. By the third time I watched that movie, I saw things I didn't see the first two times. And so when we revisit something that we thought we understood, we see new patterns or connections that we have not seen before. We may also see how our understanding of that thing has changed over time. The process of going back and forth is what allows us to grow. It allows us growth and development. It allows us to see the world in a more complex and nuanced way. It also allows us to see the deeper truths that lie beneath the surface. If we want to continue to learn and grow, we need to be willing to embrace this spiral path. We need to be willing to let go of our attachment to our old understandings, our old understandings, and be open to new possibilities. Simulation theory and ancient cosmology may be related. They actually support each other. Okay? Now I'm going to take you back. The reason why I said it. Simulation theory and ancient cosmology may be related. The cosmological of the simulation. Just going back and forth in my mind. You see what I'm going back and forth? They actually support each other. You see, blood is called plasma. So are TVs, televisions. It said that the sun is a plasma, and so is the moon. So, they had this landing in India, right? They said they land on the moon on the South Pole side. It has never been done before. They showed us this little cartoon, like a video game from a 90s Space Invaders or Defender. You remember that? You remember that? So we won't be landing. We will not be landing on the moon anytime soon. The aurora borealis is plasma emanated from the Earth's magnetic center, where all the compasses point to what they call North Pole. Now, how long have we been Sims, that game, yeah, SIMS, in an electromagnetic simulation? That's a big question mark behind that. A quantum computer with a water-covered dome. A Faraday cage titanium where souls stay to reincarnate. What the fuck? Whoa! Now, would you believe me if I told you that people would not recognize themselves? They would not. Would you believe that? If I told you that in a few years, right? In a few years, people would not recognize themselves. Have you ever felt like you don't have the control of your behavior? You wonder what you're thinking. Like, what the hell? What was I thinking? What the focus? What was I focusing on? What was I thinking? Or you get an urge out of nowhere. Have you ever had that? Intuition will be replaced with something like a smart tuition. Not intuition, but smart tuition. A synthetic version of you controlled. You see, the capacity for that, it is going to go way up in synthetic messenger art. And a lipid nanoparcel delivery modification. And that will continue and continue. Well, what people will think are the thoughts, or their moods, what people think of their thoughts and their moods will be frequency signal induced. Monitor and maintenance. I remember back in the game, we used to say, when I was younger, we say this little term, man, he like a remote control. I turn him on and off when I want to. Or you with a girl. I had, when I was dating, I can turn it off and off. I can turn her on and off. I can control her motion. I can turn them on and off when I want to. Oh, I'm just joking, but god damn, the truth is in the joke. It's in the joke. What people would think or their thoughts or their moves would be frequency signal induced monitor and maintenance health as well. They would do the same thing with the weather, except they use. Yeah, they do. That's right. They do the same thing with the weather, except they use spirit aerosol injections. That's how they get the clouds, how they get rain, controlling earthquakes. Oh, you think it's a game? You would not recognize this world in 2 years. I promise you that. In 24 months. As it keep prostituting parts of itself off to this new agenda. Inverting reality and worshiping evil. And you will not recognize yourself. If you keep selling off parts of your soul just to fit within it. What the? Focus. I get crunk because I see. I try to help you see. I might be a little loud in my delivery, passionate, because I'm passionate. Let me tell you about life. Life is amazing. And then it's awful. And then it's amazing again. And in between the amazing and awful, it's ordinary and mundane and routine. Breathe in. And the amazing Breathe in the amazing. Hold on through the awful. And relax and exhale during the ordinary. They're just living heartbreaking, soul healing, amazing, awful, ordinary life. And guess what, people? It's breathtakingly exquisite. Oh, with all the shit that's going on, it's still breathtakingly beautiful, breathtakingly exquisite. See, I took the E. I took the E off emotion and bid them go ever since. You did. And sometimes you just cannot take the responsibility for the whole world. So don't take responsibility for the whole world, because you are a world. Take responsibility for your world. Let me get my pointer. Take responsibility for your world. Don't take responsibility for the whole world. Be responsible for your own world around you. Okay? Now, who shook the pillow? Who shook the picture? Who shook it? Huh? That's the title of this inspirational minutes with it. Who shook the picture? Let me give you a story. We're about to end. If you collect 100 black ants and 100 red ants and put them in a glass jar, nothing will happen. And if you take the jar, shake it violently, just shake it violently, shake it, and leave it on the table, the ants will start killing each other. Red ants think the black ants are enemies, while the black ants think the red ants are enemies, when the real enemy is the person who shook the goddamn jar. You see, this shit happens every day. Every day. The same shit happens in society. Men versus women. Left versus right. Rich versus poor. Democrat, Republican. Fate versus science. Young versus old. That's why it's so important. It is so imperative. Before we start fighting each other, ask ourselves, who shook the picture? You made it this far in the Inspirational Minutes with David. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Let you know that our channel is back on. Thank you in advance. Hope your weekend is good. Be safe this weekend. Don't do too much partying. Don't get dazed by the weekend and by being weakened. Get the book. The Audacity of a Memoir of a Man Who Been Mentally Asleep. That's my book. Thank you in advance. Thank you in advance. Thank you, beautiful people. I'm going to leave you in peace. Positive energy always create evolution. And know that if I love myself, I love you. And if you love you, guess what, people? I love myself. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like and share, hit the bell notifications. Thank you in advance. Thank you for just rolling with me in a few little minutes that we have on this channel together with this bill. Who shook the picture? Stop letting people shake the picture. Stop letting them shake the goddamn picture. All right? Let's come together. Let's continue to evolve. I love you. I love you in truth. Peace.